Welcome back to Baby to Child, your go-to place for honest, experience-driven reviews on everything from bump to toddlerhood and beyond. If you're new here, welcome. Today, we're diving into something designed to get those tiny feet moving and those curious little minds exploring. We're taking a close look at the Manhattan Toy Wildwoods Owl Wooden Push Cart. It's a wooden activity walker designed for toddlers 12 months and up. Think of it as part walker, part activity center, part early learning toolkit. But before we pass judgment, let's unpack it properly. This is a multifunctional push cart that's as much about development as it is about design. It stands at 21 inches tall, 16 inches wide, and 12 inches deep when fully assembled. The owl-themed wooden cart is packed with sensory and motor activities. A mirror tucked under fabric leaves, a shape sorter with a catching bin, spinners, sliders, bead maze, clacker, and a washboard-style panel with a scraper leaf. It rolls on wooden wheels that have plastic rims for smoother gliding on hard floors. And it's built with real wood, which instantly gives it that timeless heirloom feel. Assembly is minimal, mainly just attaching the wheels and basket, and it comes with all the hardware and instructions you'll need. Now, let's talk about real-world use. Assembly? About 10 minutes flat. No power tools, no cursing under your breath. Just a screwdriver and a little patience. Once set up, I handed it off to a freshly walking toddler, and the first thing she did wasn't push it. She zeroed in on the peekaboo mirror and those spinning squares. The push function came into play later, once she got used to balancing on her own. On hardwood floors, it glides smoothly but doesn't race away, which is great for wobbly beginners. That said, it's not weighted, so it might tip if they pull up too fast. Something to be mindful of if your little one is still learning to stand. The activities held attention for longer than I expected, especially the bead run and the shape sorter with the fabric pouch, which honestly is pretty clever. I do wish the cart had rubber traction on the wheels though. On certain surfaces like tile or slick laminate, it can slide too easily if the toddler leans into it without walking. Let's break it down. Pros: the build is solid, the activities are diverse, and the aesthetic is nursery-worthy without being too cutesy. It's got a great mix of fine and gross motor play, and it genuinely grows with the child from seated play to first steps. I also appreciate how it encourages independent exploration. There's a lot for them to do without any screens or batteries. Now for the cons. It's a bit top-heavy, which means if a child uses it as a pulling aid instead of pushing, it could tip. The plastic wheel rims help with smooth rolling, but again, they could use some grippy traction. And the activity layout, while fun, is a bit packed in. 2 toddlers playing at once? Forget it. This is strictly a one-kid zone. So, is it worth the price? That's where it gets interesting. For a wooden activity cart with this much variety, the price is fairly in line with comparable products, but it's definitely on the premium side. You're paying for quality materials, thoughtful design, and a product that acts as both a toy and a walking aid. If you want something more affordable with similar developmental features, but in plastic, the VTech Sit-to-Stand Learning Walker comes to mind. It's louder, flashier, and more electronic, but also half the price and wildly popular for a reason. If you're set on wood, Hape's Wonder Walker is a close runner-up with a more stable push experience, though fewer activities. Build-wise, this cart is beautifully made. The wood feels smooth, the painting is precise, and the details, like the little leaf-shaped knobs, show that Manhattan Toy took their time with the design. No splinters, no weird smells, no flimsiness. While I haven't used it long enough to speak to years of wear and tear, it definitely feels like it could survive multiple kids. As for the brand, Manhattan Toy has been in the game since 1978, and they've got a strong reputation for safety and creativity in early childhood products. I haven't personally needed to contact customer support for this item, but the company includes a direct phone number on the product, which speaks volumes about accountability. All right, if you've made it this far, don't forget to tap that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell so you never miss a review. Whether you're up at 3 a.m. with a newborn or chasing a toddler around the living room, we've got more honest product breakdowns coming your way. So here's the final word. The Manhattan Toy Wildwoods Owl Wooden Pushcart is a charming, well-crafted activity walker with plenty of bells and whistles, literally and figuratively. It's thoughtfully designed, engaging for a range of playstyles, and a solid addition to any toy rotation. It's not perfect. The tipping potential and lack of wheel traction keep it from being a slam dunk, but it definitely fulfills its promises. If you're after a wooden walker that blends style, function, and developmental play, and you're okay with the price tag, this one deserves a spot on your shortlist. Best for 12 to 18-month-olds who are just finding their feet and their curiosity. Thanks for watching today's review. You'll find the link to the product down in the comments section, and I'd love to hear from you. Got questions? Already own it? Drop your thoughts down below. Until next time, this is Baby to Child, where tiny steps turn into big adventures, and sometimes a few scattered shape blocks under the couch.